Hi, I'm Miss Haley with the Huntsville-Madison County Public Library, and today I'm going to show you a very simple STEM activity illustrating the strength of paper. Now, do you guys think of paper as being strong? I don't think a lot of us do. Paper, we can tear it really easily, we can ball it up and crumple it. It doesn't hold much weight, but today I'm going to show you a trick to make paper hold some weight. And paper can be strong, you just have to do things to it to make it stronger. So for this activity, you're going to need a pair of scissors, 2 books at least. You might need a pile of books depending on what you want to do. This is a STEM challenge. I'm going to show you how to do this, and then I'm going to challenge you guys to improve on it or to take it further. So I have with me a Big Nate book that we have discarded from the library because it has lived a very good life and it's falling apart. And then I have, and it's not very big, it's not super heavy. And then I have a very big book that was donated to our book sale. It's a literature pocket anthology. And literature pocket anthologies tend to have very thin pages. So they have lots and lots of pages, which means it is very heavy. This book is at least 7 pounds. I don't know. It's really heavy. So we have 2 books. You guys may want more books than that, so that when we are finished, you guys can try to make the biggest stack that you can make. I want to see you guys do that. And then last of all, you need 2 pieces of paper. I am using construction paper. It is a little stronger than just regular computer paper or notebook paper. You can still do this, however, with notebook paper. But I wanted to give us a little bit of a leg up and just go for a slightly stronger paper from the get-go. It still needs some work, though. So to start out with, I want you guys to examine your paper. Feel how floppy it is. Try to stand it up on one end. It doesn't work. We already knew this. We knew that wasn't going to work, right? It's not going to stand up unless we change it. How can we change it to make it stand up? We can fold it. We might roll it into a tube. There's a lot of different things that we can do there to make that stand up. But we have to change the paper. We have to do something to it to make that happen. And that's sort of the point of this. So we are going to do an accordion fold. An accordion fold will look like... Well, I don't have an example. I will show you how to do accordion fold. So you're going to fold a section of the paper about 1 inch up, like that. And then you're going to flip the paper over, and you're going to fold that same one over again. Same amount. You want about the same size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine's a little bigger. That's fine. And you're just going to do that over and over again. So flip and fold and flip and fold over and over again until you get this shape all the way down your piece of paper, and that's called an accordion fold because it's like an accordion. So we're going to keep doing that until we get to the end of our paper, and this is changing our paper. It's no longer a single solid sheet. It's no longer floppy, which is the important part because it's the floppiness of paper that makes it weak right here. But when you take paper and you stack it, right now it's stacked, or say like this, it'd be very easy for me to take one of these pages and to rip it. Or to even take a couple pages and to rip them. But if I take like a chunk of pages and try to rip it, I can't because together they're stronger. So now we have an accordion folded piece of paper. What shape does an accordion fold create in our paper? Do you guys know? I will give you a hint. If you look at it from this side, you will see that shape. It makes triangles. So we have triangles going this way and triangles going up. And it's just a set of triangles all together. Now they don't have one side complete. It would be a stronger shape if they had all of their sides. Triangles are a pretty strong shape. The only really shape that's stronger that I know of is a circle. And you can do tubes too. This works with, if you make paper tubes, this works as well. So we're going to stack this where you guys can see. Might have to tilt my camera a little bit. And I'm not going to blow it over. We're going to put a book on top of it. It might take me a second to get it centered. You do have to center the book on the paper because it is still a tower. So if you're a little off center, it'll wobble and fall over. But nope, still not centered. There we go. If you get your book centered, find that center of gravity for your book, you can balance a book on this now. You definitely could not do that before. I'm going to go ahead and set my camera back down. And if you do a bigger book, you think I can do a bigger book? Let's see if it's strong enough. I'm not going to tilt my camera this time. I'm just going to set it on there. I'm going to get it balanced. Oh, it's definitely not strong enough. Did you see how that paper started to crumple right here? And it fell in on itself. So it's strong enough to hold up Big Nate, who's maybe a pound, maybe. But definitely not strong enough to hold up our 7-pound literature anthology. So how can we make this stronger? And why did it crumple? It crumpled in the middle, and that's because the middle is the weakest point. So these ends here, this end and this end, are strong because we have those triangle shapes on there. But the middle is the furthest point away from those triangle shapes, and so that's where it's going to crumple first. And it's also going to crumple on the outer edge, one of the outer edges first, because this outer edge is furthest away from the strong shapes as well. So this sort of worked for one book, but it didn't work for all of our books. So how can we make this shape stronger? Well, I'll tell you. We can make it shorter. If we make it shorter, and I mean shorter this way, then this middle part will be down here. So the middle part won't be up here anymore. It'll be a shorter distance between the middle of the paper and the two ends. So what I want you guys to do is take your second sheet of construction paper, and this is why you need scissors. I want you to cut it in half lengthwise. So we're gonna just cut it. It doesn't have to be a perfect half. If one side is slightly bigger than the other, that is okay. It won't really matter. So now we have two sheets. You can set one aside. You might want it later, but for now we're just going to use one. And I want you to accordion fold this as well. So we're going to do the same thing up and over, about 1 inch wide. And you guys can play with this once we're done. You can see, does it make a difference if the accordion fold is smaller? What if I do a 1/2 inch? Does that make it stronger or weaker? What if I do bigger? Does that make it stronger or weaker? I think my hypothesis is that shorter, smaller accordion folds will make it stronger because there will be more of that strong shape. But you guys, I challenge you guys to test that for me. Let me know. All right, once we have accordion folded our paper, it's very springy. I'm going to really do that last fold. That last fold doesn't want to be folded. There we go. We have the same thing, but shorter. And because it is shorter, this middle part now has less distance between the two strong ends. And so now we can do our Big Nate book. If I can get it balanced. There we go. So I was not surprised that we could do our Big Nate book. We did it on the tall one. But I think now we might be able to do our 7-pound literature book. Let's see. Ooh, he's floppy. Let me get him centered. Come on, bud. Nope. There we go. The side, I'll give you a clue too for balancing books. The spine of the book tends to be a little bit heavier than the outer side of the book because there's this glue and bound pages and stuff right there. So you have to go slightly off center on a book when you're balancing it on something pointed like this. But this shape, as you guys can see, holds up my 7-pound literature book. Who knew that a piece of paper could do that? And it's not even a whole piece of paper. Sometimes smaller is better. Let's see, can it do both? It cannot do both. So how can we make this stronger? One thing you can do is you can make a bunch of accordion folds. And you can do a bridge, because then we'll have 2 points of contact, which just automatically makes it stronger. And then just see how many you can stack up. Maybe you want to do 3. Maybe you do 3 so that you have a middle support, and see how many books you can stack on there. That is my challenge for you guys today, is to make several accordion folds, 2 to 3 of these short ones, and do a book stack. How many books can you stack on those accordion folds before it collapses? How strong can we make this paper? And then I also challenge you to play with the shapes a little bit. You can see this accordion fold is a lot bigger than this one. You did bigger folds, and then this one is slightly bigger than that one. So play with the size of your folds, see which one is stronger. And we would love to see the results of your experimentation. You can send those to us at our Facebook, which is Huntsville, Madison County Public Library. And we would love to hear from you guys. Thank you.